Most buyers overlook Lorton, Virginia, but the ones who find it, they almost always wish they looked here first. If you're looking for a neighborhood with a real sense of community, but still need easy access to DC, the Pentagon, Fort Belvoir, or Quantico, you need to have Lorton, Virginia on your radar. Let me show you why so many buyers are choosing this part of Fairfax County. Hi, I'm Kristin Borostyan. I'm a Northern Virginia and Richmond Realtor with eXp Realty, and I'm with their luxury division. I help sellers position their homes to stand out, and I help buyers make smart decisions about where they're gonna live. So if you're starting to explore Lorton or anywhere here in Fairfax County, comment Lorton below, and I'm gonna send you what's currently on the market so you can take a look. Because in Fairfax County, not every neighborhood feels the same, and understanding that difference is where strategy comes in. So today I'm in Lorton, Virginia because I live here. It's located in Fairfax County, and this is one of those areas that really hits the balance between what buyers are looking for right now and where they want their commute to be. You're about 5 to 10 minutes from I-95. You also have access to the VRE and metro options nearby in Springfield and in Woodbridge. There is a bus that tours around, so getting to DC and the surrounding area, including the Pentagon, is actually very doable. And for a lot of my clients, especially those who are relocating here, that accessibility is a huge factor for them. What really sets Lorton apart is the community feel, but it shows up a little differently here. This is an area with a bit more high turnover, especially because of all the military nearby, the government presence nearby. We've got Fort Belvoir, we've got Quantico and the Pentagon, DC. They're all within a very easy commute. So you don't have people moving in and out more frequently, but you do have them coming in and out every couple of years because that's what happens when people are working for the government and the military. But those who come here decide they really like it and they want to stay if they can. So it doesn't feel like high turnover areas like other cities in Northern Virginia because they do want to stay. And I see that often with my clients. They relocate here for work, and then when it's time to move again, they try to stay in this area, or they move out for a period of time and then move right back when the time is right. You also have long-term homeowners here, especially those who may have retired from the military or have moved out from other cities here in Fairfax County or in DC. So what you really end up with is a unique blend of new energy coming in, established residents who create stability. You get that feeling of community here. Neighbors know each other here. People are out walking their dogs, their kids are playing or riding bikes. We even have the ice cream truck coming in the summer. But there also are a lot of dynamics that play into what the buyers really want. So the constant movement also keeps demand strong. There's always a pool of buyers looking for homes in this area. And on top of that, you're really not sacrificing convenience. Grocery stores, restaurants, cleaners, gyms, the post office, everything you need day to day is right here. You've got planned communities with sidewalks and amenities, but you also have older sections of Lorton that have larger lots, mature trees, are set back from the road, which is sometimes harder to find in Northern Virginia in certain areas without being overcrowded. One of the biggest advantages of Lorton is the range of price points. Right now, you're typically going to see condos starting in about the high threes to maybe high fours. Townhomes start in the high fours and can go up to $750,000, $800,000. And single family homes start around $750,000 and can go upward of $1 million and $1.2 million and beyond. You also have some really large updated homes that are pushing well above that $1.2, $1.3 million range. What I always walk my clients through is this. Buyers are not just paying for square footage. They're also comparing the condition, the updates, the layout, and how move-in ready homes feel. So you can have two homes in the same neighborhood with a noticeable price difference, And that is where it comes down to, how the home is presented, what condition it's in. So you can get in at very different price points here depending on the condition of the home. From a market standpoint, Lorton is still seeing very, very strong demand. Homes that are well prepared and priced correctly are typically going under contract between 7 and 14 days, sometimes faster depending on that price point and the condition. And buyers here are smart and decisive. They've usually looked in other areas like Springfield, Alexandria, maybe even Fairfax Station. And once they see what they can get in Lorton, it becomes a very strong option for them. One thing I happen to see with a lot of buyers is that they do start their search in places that are maybe a little bit more well known, like Alexandria or Springfield, and then they drive over to Lorton, and that's where it all clicks for them. They realize that maybe this is the community for them. Maybe they can get a little bit more space, a different type of layout, an updated home, and a school system that they really love without stretching their budget maybe as much as those other towns. And that's where Lorton really becomes competitive. But the trade-off is usually in the commute and location. So it really comes down to your priorities. And that's something I help walk my clients through because the right choice looks different for everyone. So let's talk about the schools because that's really a huge part of why a lot of people move here. Lorton is part of the Fairfax public school system. Lorton is part of the Fairfax County public school system, which is excellent. Many homes here are zoned for that South County High School Triangle, South County Middle School, and Lorton Station Elementary. What buyers like is that there is consistency in these schools and the community around the schools supports the schools. But what I always tell my clients is schools aren't always about the rankings. Again, it's about the stability of the school and the area, the resale value, and the type of community supporting those schools and what they're buying into. And Lorton tends to attract buyers who plan to stay, which helps both the home values and the overall feel of the area. A lot of my clients who move here, especially those who are relocating, don't initially have Lorton at the top of their list. But once they spend a little time here, they can see what different neighborhoods offer them and they can understand how that neighborhood or how that area is laid out, and it becomes a strong contender because they're going to find what they're looking for. And what is really interesting is many of them end up choosing Lorton because it feels just more livable day to day. It's a little less rush, there's more space, it's quieter, it's easier to navigate, and that matters once you actually start living here. There are three main reasons buyers choose Lorton, and the first one is obviously the commute, the community, and the value. And you can get to Fort Belvoir, Quantico, Pentagon, DC, the DCA airport, while still having space and feeling like you're in a true neighborhood. Lorton really stands out when it comes to lifestyle, especially if being outdoors matters to you. You have access to some really great parks. You've got Pohick Bay Regional Park, water access, trails, camping, even kayaking. You've got Occoquan Regional Park, great for walking, biking, and being near the water. You've got Laurel Hill Park, open space, sports fields, and trails throughout. You're also not far from Mason Neck State Park, known for its natural beauty and even some bald eagle spottings. So if you really want a connection to nature without leaving Northern Virginia, this area really does deliver. And then you've got one of the most unique parts of Lorton, which is the Workhouse Arts Center. It has been transformed into a hub for arts, events, and community. And yes, it used to be a prison. During the warmer months, you'll see farmer markets, outdoor concerts, local festivals, art shows, and community gatherings. It feels active and connected, and it gives people a reason to stay and shop local. So when buyers are looking at Lorton, it's not just about the home, it's about the lifestyle they're stepping into, where you can have some space, you can pick the style of home you want, you have access to nature, and still be close to everything you need, including work. This is one of the areas where your weekends don't necessarily feel like a drive because within about 20 minutes, everything is all right here. So from a convenience standpoint, Route 1 gives you very quick access, kind of the back roads into Alexandria. You can go the back roads into Springfield, which is nearby. You can get on I-95 and do the same thing. But what you need every day from everyday, living is right here. There's also new construction opportunities here in Lorton. Not a lot though, but buyers are paying attention to those, especially if they want a new home. In the Fairfax County location. And if you're a homeowner in Lorton and you may be thinking, okay, maybe it's time for us to go somewhere else, this is the strategy that matters because buyers in this area are very comparison driven. They're looking at condition, they're looking at presentation, and how your home compares to others. So the homes that stand out are the ones that are prepared correctly and positioned right. Those are the ones that are going to move quickly and get stronger results. And because you have a variety of types of houses here, you have all different types of price points. And that's exactly where I focus on with my sellers. My buyers, I want them to know all the options, but the first step is always understanding what those options are when you move to Lorton, Virginia. So if you want to know what your home could sell for, or you want to know what's available here right now that you could move into, text me directly, 703-888-9886, and I'm going to map out a strategy that's going to make sense for you and your price point. If you're comparing Lorton to Alexandria or Springfield, I can walk you through where you're going to get the most value and what each has to offer and why Lorton might be a really great place for you. And don't forget to comment Lorton below, and I'll send you a few of the homes that are available right now so you can kind of compare and see for yourself what the inventory looks like. And if you ever want to come down and drive one of these great neighborhoods, I'm always here for it. Text with me to connect. I hope this was valuable, and I hope you keep Lorton, Virginia on your top communities to live in Northern Virginia. I'm Kristin Borostyan with eXp Realty.